Good afternoon, Bookfighters. It is Tuesday, May 31st, and I'm pretty sure that is actually the right date this time. 98% sure. Yeah. So last week I read The Long Walk by Stephen King, which is the book that Dan requested that I read for our book swap. I'm just gonna ease your mind right now. Yes, I liked it. I loved it. It was an excellent book. So now you can just release that breath that you've been holding this whole week, worried that I wasn't going to like your book, because I did. I liked it. Now that I've said that, let me just say that this book, like, the I don't know what my feelings are doing meme has never been more relevant after reading this book, because honestly, I just, so many feelings after I finished reading it. I was like, I felt like after I finished the book, I just kind of sat there just looking at it, and even looking, I had to look away from the book after a while because just looking at the book was making me angry. But just, I was so, like, I don't even know how to put it into words after I finished it. It was just so strange, so surreal, just kind of sitting there, just looking at this book like, no words, no, I can't put my feelings into words. There were too many, it was like there were too many emotions that everything in my brain just kind of short-circuited and turned off, and I was just sitting there numb. And it almost made me, like, tired reading it, like, just, it, you know, like, after you've had, like, a really emotional day, you just kind of feel worn out and just tired, and that's how I felt, just kind of soul-weary after reading it. I just didn't really know what was going on, and I kind of walked around in a little bit of a haze for a while after reading it, and just not really knowing what I was gonna do. And then, like, I had to turn the book over and then not look at it and, like, cover it with a blanket because I was just tired of looking at it, and every time I looked at it I would just get mad. And, like, that was, like, the only emotion I could think of to do with it. It just, every time I looked at it I'd just be like, why this book? And it would just make me angry. Just, why these poor why is anyone helping these poor people? It's so true. You're just completely lost for words when you read it. You're just, what is going on? And just the fact that it's so strange, the concept of the book, because when you tell someone about it, it doesn't seem like it would be that exciting or that interesting. Like, oh, what's going on? Oh, it's about these kids and they walk forever until they die. And it's like, that sounds horribly boring. And you're like, doesn't it? But then you read it and you're just, I couldn't put it down. I was just, it was so much more enthralling than I ever expected it to be, and I was not prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for anything with it. Like, your warnings did no justice. So yeah, so complicated. My feelings are complicated. And I almost feel horrible saying that I liked it, because how do you like a book like that? Like, it's like, you know, you tell someone you like a book and they want to know, like, oh, really, what's it about? What were your favorite parts? It's like, yes, I liked it, but how do I express to you what is my favorite part? Gee, is my favorite part the part where they all, like, die? The part where they go insane? The part where, you know, they starve to death? Like, what? How do you words with this book? I don't know. I don't know what I feel towards this book. It made me really just, so yeah, that's how I feel about this book. I hope you're happy. I don't know what my feelings are doing. That is how I feel about this book. But to put it in simple terms, yes, I did like it. It was an excellent book. Please read it so that you know, anybody else out there, please read it so that I know that I'm not the only one that felt this way, because it's just Yeah. So, because I'm a masochist, obviously, the book that I'm going to read this week was, it is Bent by Martin Sherman, which is a play about the Holocaust, because, I don't know, I like making myself upset or something. I don't know what it is. Julia had a question that was a sneaky question in the comments. Was about like how where we think we fall within like serious book blogging. And I agree with Dan. Like, I've never really, I mean, there obviously are other like book review vloggers and blogging websites that I've looked at, but I feel like as far as seriousness, do I feel like we are a serious book blogging? I mean, yes and no. I don't really know where the seriousness came from. It's not like we're doing this for any kind of profit or, you know, publicity for the books or the authors. We're just doing it for fun. So I don't think it was ever meant to be a serious journalism blogging endeavor. I think it was just like us kind of sharing our love of books with each other and hoping that other people liked our opinions. If that's, and I don't exactly know how serious that makes us. So yeah, I think Dan answered the question fairly well, and I feel like I'm just kind of repeating him. I want to say there were other questions, but I actually do not remember them, because the long walk kind of wiped me out as far as anything this whole day. So I'm gonna end the video now and go drown my sorrows in more sorrows. So I will see Katie on Thursday, and the rest of you I will see next week. Fairly well, Bookfighters.